Welcome to the Morning Nerdy News. I'm your host, Gray Falcon. We got lots of interesting news stories today, everything from what appears to be a worldwide announcement from Xbox, and updates to Fortnite, and the new Hummer that's come out, the EV one, with some details on that, and lots of things in between. But I'm going to start off with a little bit of promotion for my wife. So she runs a shop called Geeky Gifts, and you can check that out over on Facebook as Geeky Gifts by Amber. And you can see all the little things that she does. She produces these little stuffed animals, outfits, hats. You can see down in the bottom corner some of the things that she's made, including the mask that I like to wear, a teddy bear mask when I'm out and about, including the hat that I'm wearing right now. So you can go over there, pick up items, check it out, chat with her if you see anything you like. It is Christmas coming up, so she'll be able to make you items. If you contact her, she'll give you a price and set up shipping. And if you don't want to do it direct contact through a Square purchase, you can also do a purchase with her through her Etsy shop. But you just come through here, check out all the cool different things that she makes, and hit her up. Let her know that you like her things. Maybe follow her over on Facebook. And, make a request if there's something special you'd like to see. So we're going to go ahead and get over into the news now. So we're going to start off with Xbox. So over on Xbox's Twitter for Australia and New Zealand, they put up a post that said, tune in November 9th, 11 p.m. for Power Your Dreams. And we're guessing this is going to be a special digital announcement for the release of the Xbox Series X and S. So most likely we'll get some more details. Probably just a fun little thing for everyone who needs to social distance, but are looking forward to getting their consoles and being able to have that new experience with a bunch of people. There's no word if this will be a worldwide thing. There's nothing on the US Twitter about this at this time. But this cool little thing that's happening, and maybe if they get enough attention, they'll want to do this in other locations as well. And then over on Sony's side, Sucker Punch job listing may hint at Ghost of Tsushima sequel or new experience. This is coming from IGN. A narrative writer job listing for Sucker Punch may hint that a sequel or new experience may be in the works for Ghost of Tsushima. The requirements on the particular narrative writer position specifically asks for a desire to write stories set in feudal Japan. So if you're looking for a job, you're an excellent writer, and you've always wanted to get into the gaming industry, but the actual setup for animation or coding hasn't been your thing, this could be your chance to get in as a writer. So head over there. They've got the link available through IGN's website to be able to go through and apply for that position. And in some Fortnite news, they did a big update. It says tomorrow, so that would be today, for downtime starting at 4 a.m. Eastern. And the big thing with this update, though, is they are reducing the size. So they put down here, please note, the patch size will be larger than normal on PC, approximately 27 gigabytes. This is to optimize on PC, resulting in massively reduced Fortnite file size, over 60 gigabytes smaller. Smaller downloads for future patches and improved loading performance. So if you're a Fortnite player on PC, it's nice to see one of these games actually getting smaller for once rather than larger. And then we have some Apple news. Apple will delete the fan-made app that brought Stadia to iPhone. So if you haven't heard about this, a fan created an app called Stadium. And shortly after they got it released out on the App Store, they had to do an update to it. Well, Apple is saying that that patch that they put in violates their terms of service. So unfortunately, we are going to see Stadia availability on iPhone go away. This also made it available where you could stream xCloud stuff through this, and other streaming services had access if they were web-based in order to get in and play games. But unfortunately, as Engadget is reporting here, this is going to be going away. However, the creator does say that they do have additional things in store for this app, so we can be prepared for hopefully this to come back in the near future to be able to still have access to this, plus whatever other special goodies they are able to build into this app. And then we have more news over on IGN about Willow on Disney Plus, a sequel series set with Wardrick Davis and director John M. Chu. So if you were a Willow fan, or if you've never seen Willow, it's a high fantasy, excellent movie that was done by Lucasfilms, and now they're bringing it back as a TV show on Disney Plus. So no word on when this is actually going to come up, but this is going to get started, and it is officially in the works for this to come out. And now we're going to move on over into tech news. And we have the rumored AMD Radeon RX 6000 series specifications. So what we're looking at is information that was kind of leaked before, information about the compute units being 80. We had that information before, and that is actually coming out to be true at 80 compute units for the 6900X. We're looking at a game clock of 2040 megahertz and a boost clock of 2330 megahertz with 16 gigs of memory, 126 bits, and memory speed of 16 gigabits per second. A lot of that information is kind of information that we saw leaked and come out, but that gives us confirmation on the actual compute units. Beyond that, we have the streaming units that are built into the compute units. Now, the stream units are not one for one when it comes to information direct to Nvidia's cards. So what we're seeing here is something that looks like it's going to be competitive with the 3080. We don't know if it's going to come in at a little bit of a lower price, or if it's going to be listed at the same price as we've mentioned before. This does look to be just slightly below the 3080, but given the price competition that's coming in, we hope that this is going to undercut and maybe drive the price of the 3080 down, or at least fall in there, so maybe the 3070 has to be reduced in price, or something. We're going to find out what happens with all of this here next week when they come out and announce and give more details on these cards. But speaking of the 3080, I just want to plug in right now that yesterday I did get my 3080 ordered from EVGA. So anyone who is on that notify list, I can confirm that it does work. Now, as I put up on my Twitter yesterday, the notify for mine was put in on launch day, so on the 17th of September, and it was put in at 7:56 a.m. So that tells you where they are with getting these cards out. Now, my card specifically was the For the Win 3 Ultra, the pre-overclocked one that has the high extra power input. So I'll be able to do an unboxing on that when I get that here either later this week or next week. So I'll put that up on Stream Live, and then later on we'll see how that actually performs. I'll show off some of the actual abilities of their broadcast thing that they're using for streamers, and I'll do that all live here on stream so we can discover that, find some of the issues, or see how well it works together all at the same time. And in final news, introduction of the GMC Hummer EV, and they show off the trim levels and when they're going to be available. So the one that comes out fall 2021, so next year in the fall, will be the Hummer EV Edition 1, and the reservations are already full up on this one. This one comes with 3 motors, similar to the Cybertruck, but it only has an estimated 350-mile range with an approximate 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, 1,000 horsepower, approximately 11,500 pounds of torque. So they don't give any actual estimates on towing. So if you use your Hummer as something that you would tow a boat or something for, we don't know what kind of towing capacity this is actually going to have, or the battery size or anything else. But if you are planning on looking at one of these, keep in mind right now at $112,000 over that, it's more expensive than going out and getting yourself a Cybertruck for the 3-motor variant that's supposed to come out. Now, this in many ways probably looks better to some people, and anyone who loves a Hummer is probably going to be happy about this coming out. But it kind of looks like a Rivian to me, maybe a mix between the Rivian and the actual Cybertruck. It's got the truck bed open in the back, so it's not the fully enclosed thing like we've seen with prior Hummers where it's got that full encasing. It feels like you're riding around in a tank. Now, hopefully, when you get in this thing, it does feel premium like it has in the past without having to worry about the 3 miles per gallon or whatever really low gas mileage that thing had. So it is an improvement. It does allow us to bring in these larger vehicles and get better performance out of them by going to electric. So let me know if this is something that you like, that you're interested in. I think it's interesting looking. I don't know how it's going to compare to the Cybertruck, which I really like, and that's one that I would want. And given that the Cybertruck you can pick up at a price starting at $40,000, which is only for one motor. So this one only starts out with a 2-motor variant at the $80,000 price, which is the starting price of the 3-motor variant that gets 500 miles on the Cybertruck. But I can understand that the look of it is very different. It's very cyberpunk, and not everyone is going to be into that. So you could look at something like this, but just realize that if you go this route, you are going to get a significant hit on performance in comparison for the price that you're getting, because the 250-mile range is what you get with a single motor on the Cybertruck for 40 grand. So significant difference here in what you're actually getting. But with the 2 motors, you probably also get more performance off the line for the get-go, but that one isn't even going to be available until 2024. In the meantime, you're looking at $90,000 in 2023 or $100,000 in fall of 2022 for the Hummer EV 3X. So, take a look at this. Let me know what you think. But that's going to be it for today. I will hopefully be on streaming Destiny 2 later on today, but I've got a lot of stuff to get done today, so I don't know that I'm going to get to that, but I'll pop that up on Twitter to let you know if I am going to get on for that. So follow me over there as The Gray Falcon. This will be up later on YouTube as Gray Falcon on there, so make sure you click the subscribe and follow me on here as Gray Falcon here on Twitch, and hang out with me, get those alerts when I go live as well. Until next time, have a good one.